So today I will be comparing Python and C++. Writing for this program began in 1979 when creator Bjarne Strostrup was doing work for his PhD thesis. C++ is also known as C with classes, which implies its meaning to be a superset of the C language. His goal was to add object-oriented programming to C languages. In 1983, the name of the language changed from C with classes to C++. The plus in the operator in the C language is the operator for incrementing variables. In 1985, reference to the language entitled The C++ Programming Language was published and implemented as a commercial product. Python is a widely used high-level programming language, designed by Guido van Rossum in 1991. Its main goal was to put an emphasis on code readability and syntax. This allows expression of concepts in fewer lines of code. The inspiration for the name was from BBC show Monty Python's Flying Circus. He was a very big fan. When comparing C++ and Python, you should look at their speed, preference, salary, and a few other things. C++ tends to be faster. This is because Python is written in C. C++ is also considered the fastest programming language in the world, meaning that Python is slower than it. You should also compare its preference. Beginners and novice users tend to migrate towards Python, whereas people with some experience in the field prefer C++. You should also compare salary. Although this is a very small difference in salary, Python developers expect to make $92,000 per year, and C++ developers expect to make $95,000 per year. A few other things you should consider is that C++ is seen as a very difficult programming language to master, whereas Python's goal is simplicity. C++ is slower to write, prone to error, and most of the time unreadable, whereas Python is known for its readability and less error. Why is readability important? In order for your program to be successful, it must be easy to understand, especially when working with a team, since others will be reading your code. Readability is also the most important when maintaining code. Without easy readability, you could end up spending more and more money and time on debugging and quality assurance. Here are some control structures in C++. These include conditional structures such as if and else, and repetitive structures or loops such as while, do while, and for loop. An example of this is seen on the screen. This is an example of an if-else statement. In this example, the if-else statement will print out on the screen x is 100 if x is worth 100, but if it is not, it prints out x is not 100. These are some control structures in Python. The three types of control statements are continue, break, and pass. Continue statements skip the statements which are present after the continue statement inside the loop and proceeds with the next iterations. Break statements are used to terminate loop contained in it, and control of the program will result from that loop. A pass is a null operation. The examples on the screen are an example of a continue statement, a break statement, and a pass statement. When should you use C++? You should use C++ in applications such as Adobe Systems, games, mainly for developing suites for game tools, animation, mainly for mobile sensor applications, web browsers such as Google Chrome, database accessing such as MySQL, and many more. When should you use Python? You should use Python in web development, data sciences, and scripting. Thank you for listening to my video presentation on comparing Python and C++.